say your name and spell it.
Yes, my name is Kassan. Kassan, Kassan. Messiah is Messiah. How I started with this boxing, it was primarily just to go see my brother. My brother happened to be get arrested at the same time. I could literally look across the field and see the other prison that he was in. And I was like, he was so close and yet so far. I realized that the sports teams would travel from one facility to another. And I looked at it as an opportunity to meet up with my baby brother. It had nothing to do with really having a great interest in boxing and that I was, nice with it and nothing like that. I actually became good at it. So I did all of this preparation just to get over the opportunity to see him. When I got there, I realized that he had actually been transferred to another facility. It didn't discourage me because I had started getting good at boxing. I continued. And coming home, I went straight to boxing. Now it was time for me to get investors and help promote my career so I didn't have to work, and I can do it. And that's what I did. I had an opportunity to get with somebody who actually was able to get investors. I had a trainer, investors, promoter. I was on a roll. And I accumulated an outstanding record from boxing. I was undefeated the whole time that I fought.
Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the solid black trunks, weighing in at 210 pounds, from Ocean City, New Jersey, undefeated, his record 4-0, 3 KOs, he's Kassan Saxton.
Terry Pitts was my last fight, in which I fought on ESPN.
Jab and a right hand. Touch him up now.
That was maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks prior to this arrest that I'm incarcerated for right now.
I knew that we were going to get married, I would say about 1987, when I realized that I did fall in love with him. And we would make plans about having a beautiful wedding after his career took off with boxing.
Coming from my last victory that I won, I was riding high. It was after the fight, I talked to my manager and stuff like that. And he was like, yo, we got a contract. ESPN willing to give us a contract. We're gonna talk about the contract right after this next fight. At this period, this is when my life changes. When I was in camp, I told you I had no phone in my apartment. So I had a phone booth that was across the street, which wasn't that far, maybe 50, 60 feet away. The morning of my arrest, I go to make the phone call. While I'm on the phone, using the phone, a car pulls up on the sidewalk, boom, boom, like an accident. I drops the phone, and I go to assist the people that's having this accident that I thought was an accident, but it wasn't an accident. It was an unmarked police car with 2 federal agents in it that pulls up on the sidewalk. So I goes towards them, they come towards me. But they come towards me, they pull the guns out and tell me, get down on the ground. Get down on the ground. So I'm like, the hell? So I get down on the ground. Automatically, if they know to comply, but I'm thinking they got the wrong person. Mind you, I'm in a neighborhood where it's not a lot of black people. Actually, what am I arrested for? They tell me I'm being arrested for a warrant that I have in New Jersey. I'm thinking, I haven't been in no trouble. And I think maybe it has something to do with a parking ticket. A million things going through my mind, but me not being responsible for whatever it is was paramount. After questioning me, I realized this ain't about no warrant here. They talking about some stuff that happened in New York. They said, yo, we have an arrest warrant for you for the murder of someone in New York. I knew they had the wrong person. The crime that they arrested me for the murder of an insurance broker. Something I had no knowledge about at all. It astonished me for them to come and arrest me. And I'm like, what made you come and arrest me? It was a result of me lending my rental car that was signed in my name to one of my friends. And that's who they seen in that area at that specific time. When I actually made it to trial, he came to trial and testified that that was actually him, and he had my car at that time, that I was not there. But I think the key factor was because of a crime that I had just came home from. is what propelled me right into the spotlight as this is the guy. And I think once they say, you know, they locked in on me because of my history, that they didn't look for nobody else. With the identification issue, I don't think that it worked out right for me. You know, I think that there was some illegalities with that lineup, the way that they didn't allow my lawyer to fully participate in and protect my rights. I just felt there was always something wrong with that. And I always felt it was a crucial part because the whole case is based on identification. In the beginning, I must note that during the jury selection, it struck me odd that even though there was approximately 10 black people, prospective jurors to be selected during my trial, that the prosecution eliminated all the black people and left me with an all-white jury.
The portions that I did see within the trial were very difficult.
There was no physical evidence. They had a pair of black boots, common pair of black boots, didn't connect me. I felt as though we had won every single day in trial. It was so favorable and that I felt so good about it that I was literally in the bullpen preparing a speech for being found not guilty by an all-white jury. Like, you know, as times change, you know, where a black man get a fair shot. Here he is sitting in front of a jury of all white people and for accused of killing a white person, and still they was able to look at the facts and find me. I mean, I literally was going in my mind about being found now guilty for this crime because of the events that was happening through trial that I was winning like every single day.
The verdict came back and it was just so quick that the verdict came back with guilty with not having any evidence. When Kassan originally became incarcerated, it was a shock factor at first. You know, of course he's not dead, but he's gone. I didn't have time to mourn his loss. There was no time because I had a toddler and an infant. It was a plan all along to get married, and it was just abruptly ended.
To see my dad out of prison, I've actually thought about this before. I don't know. I feel like so many emotions would come over me. I've never seen him outside of, you know, prison walls. So I'd be very happy, but, you know, just overwhelmed. I told him when he first comes home, I'm going to be the one to cook his first home cooked meal. He said, okay, that's a deal.
That is a good question. What I would want to show him, everything, you know? Like, I just want to be able to walk down the street with my dad, you know, take him to get food. Like, I kind of want to travel with him, kind of show him the world a little bit. I want to show him things that I've been able to see in my life, and like, I want to be able to show him the things that he's missed out on as much as I can.
That is a question that I feel like I've thought about a lot in my life. And I think that the answer has changed over time. At this point now, when my dad is released on clemency, I think that I would just want to be together. I want to eat together, sleep together, have fun together, all the things that we didn't get to do over the last 30 years of my life. And I think that I would be stingy. I would want to be with him in the house, nobody else around, obviously family excluded, but yeah, just be home together. And I think that'll be the most amazing feeling ever.
Well, what I would like to tell the governor is that I would hope that you give me this opportunity for clemency, by granting me clemency. And that by doing so, that you would be showing that a person can be given an opportunity and make the best out of it. That I get an opportunity to close a chapter of a very dark book in my life. And quite frankly, that my wife be given a resolution. Just wait, you gotta stay with me for a minute. Stuff like this always get to me because 27 years for anybody to stick by you. The way that my wife has stuck by me and my family has stuck by me, every time I think about it, I think about like the hardship that she went through. You know, raising the kids out me. I mean, she played a very important part of my life. She made sure the kids was here. She made sure that I was able to discipline them. My wife is impeccable. If it were, believe it or not, if it's for nobody else, Grant McClemency would be the resolution to my wife from years of struggle, traveling hours, 3 days, just to come visit me leaving home on a Friday afternoon and not coming back until Sunday, living in another state, and doing this by herself. I can never really repay my wife for what she's done for me. Anybody been locked up 27 years, you look at my visiting pattern, my wife come weekly, bi-weekly. For 27 years, putting up with all this and then struggling to raise the kids on her own. To me, that's the ultimate goal. Reunite with my family. And to spend the night in the bed, in the house, or in a home that I've never been in.
What gives me hope is my children. The fact that my husband still has breath. And as long as I have breath, I'll keep the hope going, because until he's released, I won't stop.